Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Miro. Say Joel to love. Here with AEW Rampage review, your Golden Show review for September 3rd, 2021, right before All Out, which is on Sunday, aka tomorrow. But the last stop on to AEW All Out. Uh, First thing, before I get into the review is for those who don't know. The other day, um, and so for those also who have watched TNA back when it was TNA and WCW, Daphne, uh, she was a character on TV. Um, I saw her for a few years in TNA. Um, you know, I didn't really pay attention much to wrestling as I do now, as in the psychology of wrestling. So I couldn't really tell you if she was a good wrestler, but she was a good character. But the other day, she had some cryptic uh, Instagram live posting suicidal thoughts, and unfortunately, she passed away. But unfortunately, my thoughts and prayers are with the family of her. You know, mental health and wellness is something that people go through, many go through. I've done projects on it. I know my school has a program based on that, trying to help out people, but it's the thing we have to fix, and everyone that's it's just unfortunate, but thoughts and prayers are with her family. So with that, but now getting into the review for AEW Rampage last night, decent show. Um, you know, but to start, Malakai Black, you know, so crazy. I mean, with his character and the way he's tactical in the ring is just mind-boggling how he was let go by WWE. Now he's in AEW and he's looking very good to start, very good. So we know how he dismantled Cody in less than 5 minutes in his debut match, and then he dismantled Brock Anderson, Arn Anderson's son. Now faced Lee Johnson. Now Lee Johnson, he had some good moments. Of course, he was never going to win this, but he's clearly one of the young guns that they see something and that can be the future of AEW. But so Black had a nice sweep, taking down Johnson along with some strikes in the corner. Then Johnson followed up with Suicida on the outside. and then followed up with a frog splash in the ring. And then Black, he hit a devastating punt kick, which I'm not surprised if someone caught Lee Johnson's head as a souvenir in the audience. That's how badass that kick was. So then they were changing in the corner, and then Black, as he had dropped Johnson, he was on the outside and he looked for a chair underneath the ring. So he got into the ring and he set the chair down and offered to Lee Johnson fallen. He offered for him to use a chair on Black because of the attack on the Nightmare family Black has just run through so far. So Black turned his back, offered up a free shot from Johnson, put his hands up, and then Johnson, he looked like he was about to go for a shot. Maybe. He was beaten. He was selling his offense from earlier in the match. And then, just like that, spinning heel kick, the Sin Eater from Malakai Black. 1, 2, 3. And Malakai Black dispatches of Lee Johnson. So then Dustin Rhodes came out and Black retreated. So it looks like we also had a promo from Dustin Rhodes. So this Wednesday on Dynamite, as Black continues his path through the Nightmare family, he took out Cody, he took out Brock, he took out Arn, he took out Lee Johnson. Now it looks like he's going to take out Dustin Rhodes on Wednesday. So should be interesting. So then we had Miro, the TNT champion. He was out there. He said Kingston calls himself the Mad King, but the King is mad at him. He says that Eddie took a charity contract to come to AEW. He called Eddie soft and comfortable, saying Kingston is nothing more than a bad boy for Jon Moxley. So Kingston, his music came out. He said BS to Miro being God's favorite champion. He said, well, Miro said actually, that's a bunch of fighting words from someone from a distance, and that if he takes another step, he won't make it to All Out. That'll get redeemed tonight. So then, a hilarious line from Miro, Kingston. Kingston said, Redeemer, redeem these nuts. Basically, what Kingston said. Hilarious, you gotta love Eddie Kingston. So he got in the ring. Miro retreated. Miro actually hit Kingston in the face with the TNT title belt and looked to follow up in the ring, but Kingston caught with his back fist and the DT laid out Miro, and that's how the segment went off. So we get Kingston here laying out Miro. I mean, doesn't seem like we're going to get Kingston and a title change come Sunday. But I wouldn't mind Eddie Kingston and Miro tapping again at the same show in Arthur Ashe in a couple weeks. That's just a thought. So then we have Rebel and Jamie Hayter, accompanied by Britt Baker, versus Kris Statlander, 2-on-1 handicap match. This is fine, somewhat. So, in a great spot, Statlander, she had Rebel on her shoulders in the electric chair like position and caught Jamie Hayter in a front power slam position and slammed them both at the same time. So that was a nice spot for Statlander. But finish of the match came when Hayter, she did not re-enter the ring. She left Rebel out to dry, and Statlander tapped out Rebel for a submission victory. And afterwards, when it looked like they were going to gang up on Kris Statlander, Red Velvet came out for a save, and simple as that. So, Britt Baker and Kris Statlander should be a fun match. The build towards it has been but still, it should be one of the most intriguing matches on the card for tomorrow night. So, I mean, I don't think anyone expects Statlander to win the title from Britt, but still a hype match, I would say. So, then we get to the main. Excuse me. We get to the main event. So CM Punk he on commentary for Darby Allin versus Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia, he's giving me Zack Sabre Jr. vibes for AEW. You know, he's got that. He's not particularly big, but for his size, you know, that submission game really when it comes to AEW, that thought certainly in it. But Darby, you know, he's reckless abandon pretty much for in all of his matches. He just goes as it is. He loves the pain, pretty much. Excuse me. There was a spot in this match where there was a table set up right between. I'm not sure if it was the timekeeper's table, probably a different table, but it was set up in front of the barricade, and Darby looked like he was going to hit Garcia on this table, but he crashed over this table, and then his head near it could have been catastrophic with the way his head landed near the barricade, but luckily everything was okay. Then Garcia he threw Darby into the steel steps, it couldn't have helped. So, but Darby, he was focusing on Garcia's arm because, Garcia, he loves that modified sharpshooter. He actually wedged the arm in between the steel steps and the ring post. One point, Garcia, he went for Romero special, trying to choke. Darby was chained. A beautiful top rope superplex by Garcia to Darby for a near fall. Then another good spot when Garcia had a rear naked choke on Darby, but Darby got to the second rope and landed a coffin drop with Garcia on his back for the escape, really. And Darby hit Code Red. And then the Last Supper for the quick win by Darby for the win. Afterwards, it was attack. Well, Sting took care of Garcia, but 2.0, they're wailing on Darby. And CM Punk, who was on commentary, he came down, tried to scare off 2.0, and then perfect timing. Darby with his reckless abandon again. His suicida where he comes out like he's out shot of a cannon. He knocks out 2.0, knocks him into the barricade, knocks one down, and I believe Matt Lee, he knocked into a barricade. But right away, he turns around and a beautifully shot. You have a stare down between, or face off between CM Punk and Darby as the show goes off the air. So, could have been a perfect shot ending, but epic. You know, how will CM Punk look in his return against Darby Allin? I don't think it will really disappoint on Sunday night, but nonetheless, that is the episode that ended. So, did a good job on the final stop towards All Out on tomorrow night, but going over the card again. Uh, we got the tag team title, still cage match. Young Bucks, Lucha Brothers, Paul White, well, versus QT Marshall. On the buy end, there's that 10-man tag, Jurassic Express, Evolved versus Hardy Family Office. Got the Casino Women's Battle Royal. Kris Statlander versus Britt Baker. CM Punk versus Darby Allin. Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage. So, fun aspects of the show, really. Some interesting parts to look forward to. And yeah, not much to say. Although, unfortunately, we don't have Andrade for his pack. We'll have to see if Andrade, I think he's still going to stay on the card, but against whom? So we may potentially get Bryan Danielson. I almost said his WWE name, but Bryan Danielson in AEW potentially at All Out. So we'll have to see, but Interesting show. Interesting final stop. Um, I'll be back Monday with my AEW All Out review. So, but nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Of course, if you did, click that like as well as the subscribe if you want to see more of my videos on the channel. But thank you. Be safe. Peace.